everybody, and welcome back to an Earthborne Rangers preview, courtesy of the GameFound campaign that is going on right now. It is our second preview stream. Thank you to the Earthborne team for letting us do this. You have Shortbeard and Longbeard here to tell you everything you need to know about all of the cards that you can add to your existing core set, roles, personalities, and backgrounds to give you some additional options for playing those classes, and I think of them as classes, but those kinds of characters. So we're going to be previewing a lot of that today. The rest of the kind of the second half of Stewards of the Valley, the expansion.
Yeah, this comes from Stewards of the Valley.
All from Stewards of the Valley.
All from Stewards of the Valley.
And then, you know what? I just got word. I literally just got a text message from none other than Andrew Navarro himself.
The man himself.
And he said he sent me some hot stuff in my email.
Oh, did you check your email?
That we could preview.
There's even hotter stuff?
So we might have to plug in the HDMI.
Oh, yeah.
And throw it into the box there and see what's going on there. I think it's from Legacy of the Ancestors.
Oh, dang! He's giving us all the stuff.
But I don't know if it's going to be like the path stuff, or is it? You know, I don't want to know all this new characters and whatnot.
You want to just be surprised. So you don't even know. You haven't even checked your email.
I haven't even looked.
Okay. I
haven't even looked. We'll get through what we've got planned. And then we'll see if it's worth sharing or not.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
That's a funny joke, Zach M. Thank you. How are y'all doing today? Hey, we've realized something. This is the new thinking in my brain.
We like hanging out with you guys?
I think the live stream does not serve a strong role in getting us out there. Like if we were trying to monetize the channel,
right?
Doing long live streams is not the way to do it. Because the YouTube algorithm hates this.
Can we do like shorts where you guess Earthborne cards?
Yes.
Seems like
guess the card, win the card, man.
Guess the card, win the card. You can win an Earthborne card.
If you do it enough times, you get a $100 core set for free. No, they don't like this. The algorithm doesn't like this. But why we like it is because we get to chat with y'all.
Yes.
And that's really what it's about. So it's really about the 50 to 100 folks who really like this, as compared to the thousands of people who would see it for 5 minutes and bounce off of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And important for those that are watching this not live, we also like those comments. Joe Solo, for instance, look forward to his stuff every week.
That's very true. Yeah, let's split the audience.
I'm just saying, like...
Anyone here on the live stream we like a lot, and if you're watching this later... you know, it's just hard to have that kind of No, we love all people who are interested in what
because some people
doing.
can't make the live chat, but we don't like them any less. It's just they're not engaging with us in short sentences. They're engaging with us in long sentences, which has its own reward.
I'm a fan of long sentences personally. Hey, I'm looking at this card, and it's got permaculture on it.
No,
so you got a story to tell with
that
it.
one, yeah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's like the video. Let's bash that bell.
There you go.
Ring that subscribe
button.
Ring
that like button.
Etc. What's going on? What is it? Wednesday? What's going on a Wednesday afternoon? Who's doing what? Give me your rundown. Dobby, you working on Earthborne right now? What are you up to?
I think everyone's hands on deck on like GameFound. I've been haunting that thing.
Yeah.
And even like the comment section, which is
you gotta watch out. Comment section of crowdfunding is kind of it may be more scary than YouTube comments.
That's true.
But none of it compares to Facebook, where good ideas go to die.
Like Facebook itself.
Yeah, 100%. Scott Crazy, are these guys related or something? No, or something required. We are, in fact, related.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
And we're thinking that this may be the direction of the Covenant content moving forward. Like, this is weird enough that maybe it gets people's attention, where it's like, oh, the two guys that look the same.
And then if one of us can't make it, we can just set a mirror up over here and no one will know the difference.
I like that. I like that a lot. Who's saying what? We got Frank. Frank's working from home with work on one screen and Covenant on the other.
Hey, look at this.
Which one's getting more of your attention, huh?
Look at this guy.
Tyler Olson. Thanks for previewing this game to me. We lost him. Can you scroll up?
Yeah, I can scroll
it.
You like the big words. His little
I can see it there. Thanks for previewing this game to me. I was one of the 50 to 100 folks who went all in on GameFound because of you guys.
Love it. Andrew, you hear that?
Also picked up a box of sorcery last night. Well, that's the Covenant dream.
That's right.
That's the Covenant dream right there. You're paying for both of our haircuts.
Logator, which by the way, if you want to see some amazingly painted miniatures, Earthborne miniatures, go to our Discord and go to the Earthborne thing, and he posted the whole team, and they're so good.
So good.
So
really
good.
so good. It's tax season, so I'm actively avoiding working on returns and watching you instead.
I'm actually working on returns too.
But you always fought for that extension. It drives
Numbers
me
aren't
nuts.
really my thing.
So I'll kick them down the road.
Numbers and bureaucracy, yeah.
I'll deal with it later. Davi's saying, I don't want to reveal too much and get into trouble, but I had a great playtesting session for Earthborne Rangers
Oh no. Someone's whispering things.
Yikes. Zach M is waiting on my boiler to be fixed. 57 degrees in the house right now. Yikes. You said boiler, so that must be up north. I don't know what a boiler is. Is that the oil one? You still powered on coal up there? Honestly, I don't know. Is that a water heater? Is that
It's got to be a water heater.
Or is it gas?
Or it could be like one of those radiators. Probably a radiator.
Is it a gas heater you're worried about? Larry said, our lead developer and only, said there in Ohio, it was 31 degrees.
Nice. Hey, delivering the mail. We got another mailman. Delivering the mail, Vlad, delivering mail,
We're
listening
huge.
to it like a podcast.
We're huge in the mail community.
I love it. Okay. Daniel, instrumental to me back in the original Kickstarter here. Which one are you looking at?
Daniel said we were instrumental.
Yeah.
Huh. We do a lot of good. To get people to buy the products before we're selling them.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Chubfrog trying to get us on track.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we'll get into
All
it.
right. Do we need to do top?
Enough
We don't even need to
connection.
do top down. Should we do top down? I mean, the cards are going to come
No,
up
we
big
didn't
on
do
the screen.
top down. No, you're missing the show.
Yeah, that's right.
The best of all of this is.
Do you want to just start off? Should we talk around for a little
Jossie
bit?
Barron also
Did
said.
I? Oh, I forgot that.
Jossie-
We got it on night mode.
Jossie Barron also. We sold Jossie on Earthborne as well.
Well, there you go. Checks in the mail.
I mean, we didn't sell anything. The game.
We just told you about
the
it.
game sold itself.
Yeah, look at this.
I like that. That's easy. You can just click on those. I get to watch the production from this side. Thomas Morton, good to see you. Andrew Navarro, also great podcast with TC. Catch that podcast with Andrew if you haven't seen that yet.
We're all good podcasts are sold.
Yeah, all the different platforms. They're even on YouTube if you want to watch the sound waves. Hey, let's start with these personality cards.
Oh man. Okay.
We've got a new template. So let's start with Observant.
Boom.
Observant. So first notable thing about these is they've got 3 icons on them.
That's significant.
Yeah, so take a look. So this is where you want your personality to be ultimately. If I haven't read the text yet, but just my initial impression is a card that is pretty much always going to help me with the one test that I'm bad at.
Mm-hmm.
Sign me up. Then it says, before you commit this, you may suffer 1 fatigue to gain 2 additional icons.
Crazy.
All right, so this is what you run. I mean, there's no, you put everything else away, put it in the core set, take it, put it in. Only these.
Now look at why you wouldn't. Is the requirements.
I'm not seeing why. Oh.
This is for your big awareness. So this is mine.
So they're
This is
paying.
for me.
Okay, this is great.
This is for the guys.
This is a master payoff here. Great payoff for these big
I
stats.
love that. Hey, that I was like, why would you not run that? And then I saw that, and now I feel really awesome about it.
Thank you, Totally Random. Haven't finished the podcast, but so far it's fire. Totally Random must be under the age of 35. Who says fire is kind of it? Is that hip, or have we moved on?
No, I think it's cool.
I think it's cool.
That's cool.
So we
Working
got
with you guys on my phone.
love
on
it.
the side.
Can you see the cards on your phone? That can't be.
I
possible,
made 'em big.
Right? That can't be possible. All right, Observant. Let's look at Steadfast.
Okay.
So you're going to see there's 4
There's a
variations, right? So here's the 3-fit version, and it's going to bring in the heart.
Is your guy 3-fit? No, your guy is 3-focus.
3-focus.
Okay, it's coming up.
But giving the 3-fit person access to 2 hearts on this card is going to help with a lot of tests that 3-fit people are not going to be good at.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that.
Yeah.
Because you got the fit to travel, but you usually throw the hearts away.
That's it.
Throw the connection away. You
Yeah,
connect
you-
with the land instead.
Yeah, you connect with a trail. Then we've got Ingenious. Ingenious, man, see, this is a perfect card for me. It's a perfect card for me, Jonathan. I'm going to have to swap these in. We might have to take these home and play them in our campaign.
I'm not against it.
We could use Stewards of the Valley cards, right? That's legal.
I mean, they're right here on the table. If they're in your collection, we could trade for them.
There you go. I like that.
I don't know if you can trade for personality cards. I don't know if there's a guy that
You
does
can definitely drop them out of your deck because I've done that every time.
that.
Ingenious.
All right, so this is yours. So
Yeah,
your character's 3-focus character.
You gain 2 compasses,
Uh-huh.
which is massive for
Well,
that build.
If you do that and what's the crazy one that has 3 compasses on it?
Strider.
Strider. Gross.
I mean, I'm +5 right there.
Yeah, and then you walk with me.
And then I walk anything with me that I want. Beautiful. And then we got magnanimous, one of my favorite words. One of my favorite words that were taught to me
trivia question.
effectively by our ops director here, Robert.
Huh.
Loves the word.
It's a good
magnanimous. So basically,
this is your 3 spirit.
You know that magnanimous feeling whenever you just, it's just a vibe and you're just so happy and joyful and pleased with the environment and situation. You just feel like you want to give all of yourself to the scene.
Yeah.
And just here, have a drink, have some food. I'll give you the shirt off my back. That's kind of what I associate magnanimous.
Okay.
2 hearts and 2 koi fish. Are they koi fish to you?
I mean, you guys have said it so many times. I think it's like 2 fireballs.
But they got fins on them.
Yeah, but it could be like, like whenever you're trying to do damage, you make it spiky. Because it's
not really that spiky, though. It's kind of rounded.
It's more finny. So the only problem with this, and this is really not a problem.
Yeah, there's no problems here.
But
problem is, how do I not run these? I mean, you run the one you got.
One, I really like the personality where you can spend a fatigue to get it back in your hand. This is a big moment card, but it's not a permanent moment card.
Not a consistent. Well, that tells you what kind of player you are.
It's true.
Let's look at these other bad boys.
Oh yeah, there's more. I definitely did not look at the personality cards.
After you succeeded a test in which you committed this, if you ever... Okay, so these are all different. Okay, let's start with Dauntless.
Oh, like different in the text.
Yeah, but it's not like the same template. It's... Yes, I do know that, Frank. But I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to let on the...
I don't want to blow up her spot.
I don't want to blow up her spot. That's right. Speaking of under 30 things that will never be said. You're blowing up my spot.
All right, so this is one awareness. Anybody can take this.
Anybody can take it.
It's got a compass on it.
And that's good.
And that's good.
That's the primary thing in the game you got to explore. After a test in which you committed this attribute, if your effort was 1 or less, you may place it on top of your fatigue stack.
Well, that's an interesting way to do that, and that's very dauntlessy.
Yeah, so if your effort was 1 or less. So this is good if you go on a test and then you get rocked by the -2 or whatever, and then you get to get the card kind of back.
Yeah, because you don't even spend a fatigue to do that. It just does it as like a failsafe.
Rather than going to your discard, it goes to your fatigue stack where you can then draw it. So it has some reusability. And it's also, I think it's really good for those 1 effort tests.
I like that.
It's like you could maybe, like if I got a 1 effort test that I've got to do, or one presence, and I want to go, all right, I'll put my 1 awareness in and I'll put this card in. I'm hedging that if I get a -1, I get this card back. If I get a -2, I get this card back. If I get a 0 or a +1, then I succeed at the test.
Yeah, so everything's a win.
Yeah, so you're kind of hedging there. That's what they call it in
I like
games.
Chub Frog's comment here because I'm going to like all of Chub Frog's comments. Now, this is a weird one. I like the weird ones. I don't know how to use it, but I like it.
I think it would make me want to be more reckless. Like maybe I go 1-1.
Yeah.
Although, how do you go 1-1 if you put the card in? You can't. You always have to go 2-1. You have to go 2-1 because you have to have 1 token in.
Yeah. So it would be 2 at minimum.
Yeah. And it's not a margin of success. It's
so
your total effort.
wait a second. So you have to get a -2. It only hedges against a -2.
You can get a -1.
Oh, because it's 1 or less.
If you get a -1, you would succeed and you'd get the card in your fatigue stack. That would be ideal.
Much better.
That would be ideal.
Okay.
So basically you would only get, and if you get the -2, you get the card back. So honestly, it spreads that risk real good.
I agree, Six Forms. It is a good name for the card. It's like Dauntless. It's perfectly like that's one of the things I really liked about the personality cards, like on a personal level, is that all of the names of the cards seem to match the function of the cards, and that's what card games do. But in this more like not idea space, but like it's not like hard like things that are real. It's like just definitions of words, adjectives, I guess.
Do you want to know what the definition of dauntless is?
Sure.
Incapable of being intimidated or subdued.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't intimidate me because like if I fail the test, I'm still going to do it again.
And Corey coming in for the dauntless, undaunted seeker. Dauntless, Undaunted Seeker.
I've got the Undaunted Seeker too, so maybe I should pick this. All right, how about Enthusiastic?
Okay. Oh, hold on. I got so many buttons.
What does this mean? Do we know what this means? This is the only one I've seen that doesn't say innate. It says acquired.
Uh-oh. No, did we do something we weren't supposed to?
No, I don't think so.
He wouldn't have given it to us. We weren't supposed to.
No, yeah, we got the whole thing. But does this mean you can only get it?
Where's Chub Frog on this? He'll know.
Does it mean you can only trade out for it, or is it just a random word?
Yeah, maybe it's like I don't know. Good question.
But let's look at it. So we got two of the most
also,
important
you have to acquire enthusiasm. So Andrew's telling us something there.
I think people have innate enthusiasm.
Not according to Earthbound
I've
Rangers.
met those people.
Innate enthusiastic people?
Yeah.
Well,
usually
not in the future.
Don't get along with them, honestly.
Okay, so what does this one do? This is a 2-fit.
After you succeeded a test in which you committed this attribute, if your effort was 3 or more, move 1 being.
There's a lot of stuff that moves beings that I've been noticing, and I've never moved a being in my entire life. I don't understand why you would do it.
I think it's advanced rules.
I think so too. Maybe you could, I mean, if you move it in front of another ranger, that makes sense. Like, I've never understood moving it along the way because then every ranger just has to deal with it.
Well, but it does also mean that another ranger could interact with it without bringing your pile into the challenge effects. So, like, if you're, like, covered up, you could be like, let's send it out there.
Right.
Or, like, but then maybe would you rather just send it over to them? Like, is there ever a reason you wouldn't just move it to the other person? Now, if you're solo,
then
moving it out of your world can help in that it gets that away from you. If it's like a bad effect that you're
like, I understand the dough because like the bucks are attracted to it, and that could be problematic.
Yeah.
But and maybe like if the one ranger just went, you're ranger number 2, you move it back to ranger 1, then you've got 3 turns of not having to deal with it. I don't know. People who are good at that, like people who use gentle nudge,
aren't those
that kind of stuff?
And those spirits are beings, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the spirit speaker might want to move the spirit beings around with this. An enthusiastic spirit speaker, that's actually terrifying.
Ooh, Locator is talking here. So here's the real juice, because I wasn't thinking about the underground world.
Yep. You got a bright being that you want to send to illuminate something, and then this game's about to get wild.
Yeah. All right, that's what it is. And then Jossie, moving is helpful for some beings more than others.
Yeah,
of course.
But love it.
All right.
Sensible. Yeah, this is a nice one too. How do you think these icons are generated? Is there any deep meaning to those little icons?
I don't know. I mean, there must be.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
You'd think so, because like they're using it to define.
Is there a secret message if you like decode it?
Yeah.
Is there something in there?
Like sensible makes you better at conflict.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty overt message. I'm just talking about the design there.
Oh, those things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think you just have to stare at them for a while, listen to some hertz frequencies, and see where it gets you.
What if they were optical illusions? You did that,
Are you magic eyeing them right now?
No,
did you get it? Nothing?
After you succeeded a test in which you committed this attribute, you may place a card from your hand on top of your fatigue stack to add it back to your hand.
That's very sensible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It perfectly matches the word,
in
fact.
It is, yeah, because it's not fancy. It's not flashy. It's just sensible.
It's like if your ranger's like a librarian, they take sensible.
That's cool. So you instead of taking it from your deck to put it in a fatigue stack, so you're not counting your clock down, but you can still soothe it and get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. From your hand on top of your fatigue, add it back. So you prevent it from going to your one card up, and you trade out for sensible.
It's sensible.
I like
what
it.
Can we say?
I like it.
Also, the only one that's been one requirement so far has been Dauntless. The other 2 have been 2 spirit and 2.
What are they up to?
I don't know.
They're doing.
There's some stuff going on.
Most of the time, the designs would be kind of they would create a new template and they would throw everything into that template.
Yeah.
Like the first 4 that we saw.
The first 4 made a lot of sense.
These are just all over the place. Deliberate.
Reason.
While you have 6 or more other cards in your hand, this gains essentially 2 icons.
Oh, That's a good one. One focus on that.
Run it.
Run it.
Listen, anytime you can get 3 icons on something, run it.
Yeah.
2 reasons, too. Double reason and a compass. Run it.
Yeah, because you're going to have, I mean, at least in our games, I've got that Sifter, I think. Yeah, the Sifter Soothes Fatigue.
It makes the Forager stuff better because you get a big hand size with that Soothe. You're right.
Oh, look at this. Andrew coming in with some. The aspect icons are inspired by chakra symbols and then sci-fi'd up. They are similar in that they are wells of specific energy.
Very cool.
Cool. Very cool. I love that. I did that with one of the Netrunner tokens, actually.
You sci-fi'd it up?
Yeah, I took one of the chakra symbols and then sci-fi'd it up.
Was that the Mumbad token?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
That singularly shot our Netrunner subscription to the moon, by the way. What was the moon back then, at least?
Yeah.
The moon was closer in those days. All right, next up, we've got backgrounds, which is going to be our Traveler, Shepard, Forager, and Artisan.
Yeah, buckle up, everyone.
Which one do you want to do first?
Well, so someone was saying in our Discord.
Which one are you?
I am a Forager.
Let's start there.
But you're a Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was saying that the Traveler is already too good. And so these cards are going to be not even worth talking about.
Are you saying
that's
that I'm
huge exaggeration.
I'm only winning at EARTHBORNE because my deck is too good?
I mean, clearly, that's what one person said on Discord.
What I think the Explorer is really good at doing the fundamental thing that EARTHBORNE requires you to do, which is traverse things. I mean, if you're not good at traversing, why are you out in the woods walking the path? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Torres88 has got a great question here. Are we doing one of our high production how to play videos for this game? I've tried to watch a few videos, but don't understand it yet. We are literally, we're in the middle of editing. Jonathan's been sharing updates every day.
Yep.
For this exact video. I think we're doing a final couple of little segments tomorrow to fill in some gaps.
This one's been a particularly tricky one. I'm gonna level with everyone. 2 reasons. One, I don't think, with maybe the exception of Power Rangers, I don't think we've ever done a co-op tutorial. A tutorial for a co-op game.
Blast from the past.
We filmed one for Arkham, but it never made it.
Did we?
Because I was in that. And I wasn't very good. But
he cut himself on the cutting room.
That's right. So really what we're focusing on this how to play is like the fundamental gameplay loop of EARTHBORNE Rangers, which is like just understanding test in the most mechanical, least spoilery way possible. Because I think everything else is lined out pretty good in the rule book, like step by step.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you don't understand test, you're gonna have a hard time. And if you are fluent with test and their resolution, then you can really just like start to speak the language of EARTHBORNE. So that's kind of what we've honed in on over the course of like 3 months because I was sick for 3 weeks.
Jonathan was down.
It was terrible. Bad. So yes, we're working on it literally right now.
The game is complex.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Y'all. Nobody tells you because it's almost like Ashes in that way. Where it's like, oh, look at the theme of this game. It's like beautiful and we get to go, play sheep and stuff. And then you realize it's the most like non-random, die-hard competitive gaming experience imaginable. Because the system allows you to choose your opening hand and you trade action for action and it's about incremental advantage over time. And, you thought it was just going to be a romp. And then you're like 2 hours into the chess match and you're like, whoa. So, EARTHBORNE, it's a very simple game, but it's simple in ways that you come in not appreciating. It's just a series of tests on the board. That's it.
We had a friend of ours who was good at vehicle maintenance once tell us that all a car is a bunch of simple machines put together. And that's like what EARTHBORNE is. It's a bunch of simple rules stacked on top of each other, but it can look very complex if you don't just take it step by step.
And if you don't realize that really what you're trying to do. And number one thing you're trying to do is put progress on the main location, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you're you, if you're me, I'm just trying to pick some berries.
You just didn't. You just started A and ended in the same place.
That's right.
Success.
So yeah, I got some. As long as I've got some muckets, I'm happy.
Well, let's start with the Traveler.
Let's start with the Traveler. So this is Steven's background of his character that in our game. So this is important to him.
Also, is Jonathan too loud? Not like as a person, but I've got the mic set to Zach, and Zach speaks like a mouse.
Like a ghost mouse.
So Jonathan might be coming in hot.
Yeah,
Let us know.
That booming baritone.
You've got the biggest voice of all of us.
Yeah, I was told that all through school.
Everybody in school told you got the biggest voice of all of us.
All my teachers, hey, Jonathan, you've got the biggest voice here. It's like I can't understand what you're saying, but I know you're talking. That's actually true.
All right. Savant.
Okay.
It's just like me.
This is an attribute, but it's a traveler card.
Is that true? That is true.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, think about that, Chub Frog.
It's got 3 icons on it, so I'm running it.
Thanks, Andrew.
After you commit this attribute, search your Ranger deck for the next attribute that you can commit to this test and commit it. If this test is successful, place that attribute on top of your fatigue stack.
Think about that.
That's incredible.
After you commit this attribute, search your Ranger deck for the next attribute. Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
That's very cool.
Straight up. 1 awareness? Who made this card? Travelers are too good. I'm calling it. I throw this in, and then I get, and then Bold or Strider is the next one up, and I'm at +4 on the freaking Traverse for 1 card, and then that card goes back into my fatigue, and I soothe it and get it again.
And if you do one of those crazy ones, that 3-fit one that you had, the 3-fit personality one, that's in your deck. What's that one called?
Steadfast.
And
then you can commit the fatigue, give it more icons, and then it
goes on top.
Fatigue, and you draw it again.
Hello.
Somebody loves the Traveler.
I love Daniel's comment here. I used to hate spoilers, but now that I'm older, I forget them by the time the game comes out anyway. It's a beautiful part. You can hide your own Easter eggs.
That's right. All right, let's look at Superior Trail. There's a good Earthborne Rangers update on this one from the Game Found. If you're not catching those updates are what do we fire?
Oh, that's the reward.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yep. See that top one right there?
Oh,
that's why I put reward on my notes, so I would know not to.
Oh, okay. So you didn't pop it?
No, I didn't pop it.
Well, forget that trail even exists.
You actually went, when you organized this, you went through and you turned all of the
I just had it backwards. Yeah. I had it backwards. This was the one that was kind of sticking out. Okay, look at Grell's secret map. 2-fit gear map expert. It's got 1 compass on it, but you probably not want to use it for that. It's unique, so you can only have 1 secret map out. It is an objective, and you need to get 6 hunches on it before you get your reward. It does not ready during the refresh phase. You can exhaust it when a feature with 2 or more presents is cleared to add a hunch to this gear and 1 progress to the location. I always call it the main location.
I will say one of the things that I love about these objectives is how difficult they are.
And let's think about what's going on here, right? There's this secret map that's being rolled open.
Very cool, with the golden markers on it.
And as you're clearing features, big features like 2 or more presence features, you start getting hunches about what this map is revealing to you. And so you're kind of exploring around, and then it's like, well, this connects to this, and you're trying to put the treasure then would be boom, and then when you travel, ready this gear. So
that's one of the coolest parts.
So it's going to take 6 new locations, unless you have things in the deck or the game that readies equipment, or gear, which I assume that somebody might. But
how thematic is that?
That's beautiful.
It's really remarkable what you can achieve with so few words. You know the story of that?
You don't want to see the reward? Can we put a poll up? People can hide their eyes.
We could do. Why don't we do them all? We'll do this round, then we'll put them all at the end, and we'll do it because they all 4 have the rewards. I don't even want to see the rewards.
If people want to see them, maybe nobody wants to see them.
Yeah. Oh, we could put a poll up. Hold on. That's going to be stand by. Hey, someone said, I think this is super important. Savant plus Strider.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Bold or Strider.
Well, there you go.
But look at Davi had the real comment there. All the bad and overpowered cards were Fisher. All the good and fun cards were me.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to talk to Andrew Fisher. I really do.
I think
Fisher's an awesome. No, not like that way. Hey, we're going outside. No, I think Fisher's a bit of a genius.
Ooh. Okay, hold on.
You think Andrew would hire a genius?
Yeah. Step 1, hire a genius.
Married one. Tell you that.
That's the step 1 hire a genius is kind of a deep cut there. All right, what am I doing?
A poll.
A poll.
Do you want to see the reward cards or not?
All right, hold on. We're going to do this proper.
Okay.
Restore chat. This might get weird, but we're going to do it.
I'm now worried about what's happening here.
Okay, hold on. We do one of these. We start a poll.
It's a good time to remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell, push that stroller.
This doesn't need to be.
Refresh it a bunch. Get as many views on the bad one.
And I think it's important to note that Andrew Navarro.
I think he wanted us to show him.
He says, "I don't know why you would run the card without knowing what the reward is."
Look at it go. Oh.
Give us some time.
Okay, I like watching it. Ooh, it's a real tug of war up there. Look at that. That's like a horse race.
All right, man, look at that.
Oh, now we have the spiteful.
Oh, yes, it's coming up. 52%, man. That's pretty close. Okay,
let's move on.
Let's keep going while that's going. I won't be able to pop. I only gonna be able to pop chat while that's on. So I will return.
Well, we'll let it run for the next 60 seconds.
Okay.
Or like 60 seconds. Once we get through the traveler stack.
Yeah, we'll get through the traveler stack. Yeah, that's good.
Iron Wool cap. 4 insights in that cap. It's 1 focus. You got to have 1 focus to run it. So this is everybody's got this one on tap. Exhaust, use an insight. Before you play a moment, reduce the card's cost by 1 to a minimum of 1. Now you got to ask yourself, how many moments cost more than 1?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that one that puts the 4 cards from discard back into the fatigue that I run.
Yep.
Paths we've traveled before.
That's a moment.
Paths we've run before.
That can get you more moments.
I think that's a moment, and it costs 2, so I could make it cost 1 with the cap.
And the problem with this is it's 2 slots.
It is a problem.
I don't think I would ever run this.
Well, but it opens up some deck builds.
And you've got that one Shaper could find their way into it. Oh no, Shaper's a specialty. So you can do Traveler Shaper, and there's that one that gets back moments. No, gets back manifestations.
I haven't even seen the Shaper cards. It scares me. It's too weird. So this is the first, I think, reducing cost from your headpiece. It's weird to think about the moments where rather than using your 2 focus tokens, your 2 awareness tokens or whatever on something, by only using 1, you can use the other one in a very productive way that you are now allowed to do because of the cap.
Yeah.
But there's always reasons.
This is also not tech, so the Artificer can't mess with it.
Yeah.
The Tinkerer can't put tokens on it.
It looks beautiful.
I'd wear it. I wouldn't sacrifice my sifter for it or my loose leaf tea kit.
The best teacher. Last card. It's an experience moment. Incredible art, as always. This was, man, I read the update for this art as well. The artist who does these. Who's this artist?
Wade.
Please help me. Is it Wade?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Corey.
It's also cool to see Joe's sketches come to life. Joe, right? It's Joe?
Yeah, check
Joe
this
is
out.
like kind of the...
We got Iron Wool boots. We got Iron Wool cap.
It's basically
if you get the Iron Wool chest piece, then you get a bonus.
You think I have set bonuses?
You got, yeah.
They might actually do that. They might actually do that. Please don't do that, though. You know, that ruined Diablo.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you imagine creating a beautiful, generated, randomized, unique loot system and then scrapping all of it for a very linear pursuit of the clearly best options?
The only reason you should be wearing a similar set is because you want to look good.
Yeah. Just for you. It's for you, the player. For you. It's not for the game.
All right, what's this one? I got lost.
After a path card is cleared by progress, choose a ranger. Could be you. That ranger names a trait. Then they search their ranger deck and discard for the next moment with the chosen trait and add it to their hand.
Search their deck and discard for the next moment. Now, people who know how to play this game, does that mean you search your deck first and then you search your discard?
I think you can choose.
Because if you can search your discard, I'm going to search my discard every time.
Yeah, you should, but you're also trading a card for a card. So like enough. It's not it's not
super
netting
good.
you a card.
Yeah.
But it
So
is
ring your
tricky.
deck and discard for the next moment the chosen trait and add it to their hand.
So moments are becoming a bit of a bigger deal, I feel like. There's a lot of moment interplay. Daniel's saying, killer when playing with Shaper. Now, that's a good point. We need to look at Shaper a little bit because they're
Yeah, I never looked at Shaper.
Are there spells moments?
Let's see. Also,
yes, their manifestations are mainly moments.
One of my favorite things. Andrew says always start with the deck.
Come on, Andrew.
So you heard it here first. Also,
he's always ruining my fun.
Corey, great idea. How about full set lore? You can't go on 51%.
It's 51.49.
That's problematic.
That's a nail biter.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. This
we need
says
one more vote.
This says we're sending no data. Let me make sure we're sending data. Everybody see us? Everyone hear us?
Looks like data to me. What's saying you're sending no data?
Oh, excellent condition now. It said no data a second ago.
Okay. Was there a blip?
I don't know. Well, because usually OBS reports it. I don't know. Anyway, people will tell us if we're doing something wrong.
We need one more vote.
We need like a big vote. Look at that. You can't go 51-49.
It's 49 votes are in now. We need to get to 50 votes.
I don't know, man.
I'm willing to wait.
I think that's what it's going to be.
There was a blip.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So in said blip, we need one more vote. Somebody who hasn't voted, please vote. We got to get a tiebreaker. It's either going to go 50-50 or it's going to go 52-48.
Yeah, people who don't want spoilers can skip that part of the stream. I think that's right. Okay. I think we wait till the end.
Okay.
We go over the spoilers.
That was always how it was going to be in it.
Okay.
I close that poll. We don't need that, I guess.
Frank, voice of reason, as always.
That's incredible, though. Think about how split the community is on that.
You can't.
Well, this particular.
I mean, we're split. You want to see him? I don't necessarily.
That's true.
I'm hitting end poll, but it's not ending.
Dude, everything is kind of.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna pop that out. Look at that. 51 votes. Even you got 2 more votes, and it still split it.
But how can you have 50 and 49%? It doesn't make 100.
Look, I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
It doesn't make 100. What are we gonna do?
Okay, so that's taken care of there. This can go down here. This moves over here.
How you guys doing over there on the Earthborne team? Anybody who's watching, y'all hit over 700,000, yo. 700,000. That's the price of a 1-bedroom house these days. $700,000. Isn't that amazing? Congratulations, y'all. That's really, really, really great. That's massive. You're clearly striking a chord with people.
Okay, let's do a little quick chat catch up. Let's see.
We got on the Iron Cap bonus things.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. We're good. All right, where are we going?
Piercing Whistle. We're starting.
Oh, this is Shepard.
Shepard Cards. Let's take a look. I love it instantly. It's a 1 awareness, moment and skill. Why didn't the hat make it 0? Could you just have the hat make it 0? It just would have really cracked open some builds.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe they play tested it. And hey, as you guys can see, this is not the final art, nor is it the final text. So they could. If there's enough belly aching.
They could still change it. Because I really want to break that wide open.
Isn't there, exactly. Didn't we do a whole podcast about why you don't make stuff free?
It's Earthborne, man. The rules don't apply here. We're just looking to have a good time. Search your ranger deck for a being and add it to your hand. You may discard another being from your hand to play the being you search for without paying its energy cost. Incredible card for Shepard. Absolutely incredible. You get the hawk. You get the
Oh, yeah. You whistle for him, too. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's
Oreo,
great.
you get the sheepdog.
Yeah, you whistle and they come running.
Everywhere. I mean,
that's really good.
This is Shepard card.
That's really good.
You gotta play this.
So, interestingly, Piercing Whistle, I believe, also works with a Spirit Speaker.
Search your deck for a being. I think they are beings.
Yeah, right? You can. Let's see.
Can you whistle for a spirit? It's gonna make my nights out at the land a little weirder.
We'll do this one.
I guess I'll stop whistling into
the
night.
Being.
It's a being. You can get a being, and you can play it for free if you discard a thing from your. Also, I love that Daniel's saying, or Chub Frog saying, nice card for Beast Masters.
Ooh.
Which I think is just shepherds that use all the animals.
Okay. Also, Andrew reiterating that not the final cards, anything can happen. Love
Anything
it.
can happen.
Anything
Take
can
it to
happen.
0, man. Make that hat sing. Maybe 2, maybe 3. 3 charges, but reduced to 0 is okay.
Because you can't put more stuff on it. Unless you have like a sewing kit or something. I don't know how that's going to work.
You can't sew an inside, I don't think. Essays on shepherding. Look at that book.
All right. Is this the... No, this is just normal.
This is normal.
Okay. Interesting.
2 fit, 2 icons, 2 fit requirement, exhaust to use an essay and move a being, the thing that you don't like doing.
Right.
You can use 1 route. How do you get a route?
That's what I looked at this today as I was testing the cards, and I don't know.
When a being would move, it does
doesn't.
not. And then you can deepen with a spirit test to add 1 progress to a being for every 2 effort, then add 1 essay.
Do you get a route off of like a different card? Where are you, chat? We need your help. How do you get a route? I do love how many books there are.
Wait, there are routes on things.
I was not thinking about
Can we search for route in Ranger DB?
Probably.
I mean, obviously I can do it.
You can search for anything anywhere. I don't think I've got my...
Is it Rangers DB?
Use 1 route. When a being would move, it does not.
I've seen routes on stuff, man. I'm going to search route.
Chat is eerily quiet. They're also on Ranger DB.
Or we're just speaking into the void.
Oh yeah, we got. Let me see if we got still good.
Do I have to sign in to search for cards? No, there they are. Okay, search by name. No.
No, we're good there.
I want to search by. Well,
route is a typo. It should be essay.
Oh.
Okay. Thanks, Savvy.
Cards are not final cards.
Not final cards. Okay, cool. Okay, that makes way more sense.
So while you're in there changing that to essay, change that hat. 0. Make it 0.
See, Chub Frog, who knows about this game, loves the move prevention. See, people are moving stuff.
Well, I think Chub Frog's playing some 4D chess. Also, it is an aid card, which could matter. I don't shepherd.
I've
not played a shepherd yet.
Okay.
So essays, huh?
So you can sit there and look at your animals and deepen your understanding of them. Write it in your book, as you do. And then you can use that understanding to either move a being or keep a being from being moved.
I feel like keeping a being from being moved can be a massive, massive thing. Like there are some awful things that will try to move to the middle so that they become a problem for everybody. And you can keep them where they are. Very good. Very, very good. Corey Christensen saying combo this with Oru's move.
Because Oru can
Oru
move
up?
it. Yeah, sure can.
Let's just put it together. Locator calls the Shepard Shaper deck Radagast the Brown. Beautiful. An actual representation, a respectful representation of the Brown Wizard. Thank you. Move a being and add 2 progress to it. So you could exhaust, move, prevent the move with essays on shepherding, and do you still get to add 2 progress? Because some games conditionally require you to do the first thing before it says and, not if you, or 2. So I think you could stop it and still put 2 progress on it.
Or you could move it. I mean, it's the same thing. You could move it and then move it back.
I guess that's true, but you'd have to exhaust it to do that. The stopping the move is just use the route. You don't even have to exhaust.
Yeah. Oh,
so
that's
you can
true.
do that infinite number of times.
Huh, now
like
that's interesting.
Jock and Zahn here saying ambush prevents ambushing when things move. Those are the Lutronals and stuff.
Yeah. So, okay. So we need to learn about moving things.
Next session, we're going to move everything. Let's look at the ESA decks.
Okay. This is the one. This is the objective with 7 records.
2 focus, reason icon, gear tech expert, 0 records to start. You need to get 7 records on this bad boy. I'm going to guess you do it by doing the following. Exhaust it, choose a being in the path, discard with the same name as a being in play. So you got the Sitka Doe in play and a Sitka Doe in the discard.
Well, there's only one Sitka Doe on the deck. Sitka buck.
I thought it was the buck.
No, there's a bunch of bucks. I thought it was 2.
No, you're not. No, it isn't. There's 1 doe and a bunch of bucks?
1 doe and a bunch of bucks.
No.
I think so.
Are you certain? The buck is the one with the horns and everything.
Yeah.
When we look at the deer running out at our place, there's always
it's
7 does and 1 buck.
And no
right?
bucks, yeah. Here's 1 buck. There's another buck. There's one doe.
Are you kidding?
There's another buck.
Are you kidding me? Incredible. It's the future's weird. Future's weird.
Something happened. Maybe the doe are more shy.
Sitka buck in the discard. Sitka buck in play.
I will say when I was hiking the redwoods, I only saw male moose. Terrifying, by the way. Okay.
If no attacked beings have that name, attach the being from the path discard to this gear face down. So basically, if something's already attached to it, it won't work.
Okay.
So make sure that it's empty when you do this.
Okay.
If you do, add 1 record to the gear and 2 progress to the being in play. So it's like a Pokedex.
Is this like gotta catch them all? Yeah, it's a gotta catch them all kind
so
of
you scout, you see the Sitka buck here, you scout it, you attach the one from the discard under, and you put 2 progress on that one, and then you put 1 record on the Essidex. So you got to do that 7 times.
6 forms TCG asking if I'm wearing black in honor of Zach. I am not. I'm wearing black because it's what my wife picked out for me this morning.
Technically a dark blue.
Yeah. I had a red shirt, and then she just took the red shirt away and handed me this.
That's probably good for stream, actually. Red is a little loud for the cameras.
It's true. So, okay. So, yeah, this is a gotta catch 'em all situation. If you're a shepherd, you're into this.
Let me just take a look back here. I want to see what I get. Oh.
No, I like this. I like what you're doing here. This is good.
The art on the reward card is just unstoppable.
Stick around till the end.
Yeah. Might be a Shepherd staple. I don't know.
Ooh.
Finally, a deeper connection. This is high on the list of my favorite art in the game.
Wade gets a lot of credit for being awesome. But whoever this artist is, I love this style. I've always loved that, like, where you see, like, the sketches and, like, the concept. I always call it concept art because you see a lot in, like, movie concept art.
Look at that.
But you see, like, the sketches on that and then the filled in. It's beautiful. I love this one.
Look at the scene here.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly framed. It's perfectly drawn.
Rob.
The emotion,
shout out Rob Lasky.
The emotion is, like, baked into that piece without you needing to have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got that Mononoke vibe.
Mm-hmm. Little red elk.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I want to play this card just to play.
You can't attach it to this if you're trying to catch them all, though.
A deeper connection. 1 spirit. Heart. 1 spirit to run it. Attached to a being within reach, so being in front of you in your zone. After you successfully connect with the attached being, soothe 1 fatigue. Response, when harm would be added to the attached being, discard this to prevent that harm.
And that can be on people, too.
Anyone. Any being. And you can do it to spirits as well. This is a great one.
Successfully connect the attached being, soothe 1 fatigue. Great. You and your bros can be, and then if like for instance, randomly, like if an Irix is circling and just attacking them constantly, discard this attachment to prevent that. Lose your connection a little bit, which is fair.
I think it would be basically, I would attach this to like one of the 6 or 8 progress, like personalities in the valley that you want to talk to. And then I would do like, the whole team would just do a bunch of connect tests, do a bunch of fatigue.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's after you. I think it's after you only. But if they're about to die, that's when you discard it.
Yeah.
So it's like an extra shield at the very end there.
This is it's not a May. So if it gets hurt, you lose your connection with it, which seems fair to me.
Wait, but are all responses voluntary like they are in mini games?
I think it has to be May.
It doesn't say forced response. That's the old FFG nomenclature that Andrew would have taken into his world.
I just think it opens up. I think you read it as a response. When it takes damage, discard this.
That's the way it should work.
Yeah.
Can't attach it because you can't attach it to spirits.
Yeah.
Because spirit keyword brings in a whole load of baggage.
That's the end of Shepherd.
That's it.
No more animals for Shepherd. A lot of people were talking there may be some more animals in here, but there ain't no animals.
I don't see any.
Welly.
Do you really need more? What do you got, a dog and a hawk? Didn't you have another one?
Ha! Responses are not optional unless they say May. So that's fair, right? Like you're hanging out, like let's say you're hanging out with your dog. Yeah. And then it gets attacked by a Wolverine. You're going to lose that connection for a little bit.
That really
typical.
That really drives it home, doesn't it? Very obvious. Let's talk about foragers, huh?
Okay, these are my boys.
You think we should put another animal in there while we're working on the final Stewards of the Valley? Maybe put another companion
into Shepard.
Yeah, just like maybe like a horse.
What would you drop though? A horse.
What would you drop? I don't know what I'd drop. I mean, what about one of those underground worms or something? What about a little underground thing? What's good at underground?
Moles?
A fox? You give me a fox?
Fox would be cool.
I'd play Shepard instantly tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'd stop playing and start over. The art of permaculture.
All right, this is so cool.
Go into the Foragers.
I love this.
It's a wisdom moment. It's one awareness. Scout X path cards. X is equal to twice the number of flora in play. So if there's one flora, there's two.
Mm-hmm.
If there's two flora, there's four. If there are no flora in play, search for the next flora. This is incredible.
Yeah. So the thing I like about this, I was looking at this morning. First of all, art, great, obviously. Second of all, the first part of it where you scout X path cards where X is equal to twice the number of flora in play, to me, that reads more of like a tracking thing. Like you look at the flora and you're like, oh, I know by the biting patterns on this, or because this is eaten and this isn't eaten, that these are around. And so you can that's kind of the story of how you scout them. And then you got that extra thing, which just makes it so good, which is if there's no flora in play, put a flora in play, which can be so critical.
It's a massive, massive card.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's awareness, which my guy is high in.
Massive card. Yeah, there might be other companions. That's true. We don't even know. They might be in these roles down here. Who knows? I mean, there could be.
One might just pop out. We don't know. So yeah, this is great. Anything that gets more flora for a forager is fantastic.
It's never a dead card. And it also has the compass icon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great
Always
card.
good. Plus permaculture is cool. You guys like that? I do. What's next?
Needle moss.
This is also cool. I didn't take that crazy thing like the spore injector because it freaked me out, but this makes more sense. I actually like this a lot. You make a little bomb. You make a little plant bomb.
Needle moss?
Needle moss. So a couple of things that are awesome. Needle moss. So needle moss attached to a flora. Great. Can you attach more than one thing? You can attach more than one thing to a thing.
I hope so, yeah.
When the attached flora clears by damage, add damage to a being in the same area equal to the amount of damage on that flora. Now check this out.
Somebody plays Forager, huh?
Yeah. Search the path deck this card for a flora. Then you attach this and increase the flora's damage threshold by 2. And then you got one of these guys going on. Nature's Abundance. Each ranger may add 1 damage to a flora to soothe 1 fatigue. When you add damage this way, it would not do the threshold. So that's a pretty cool little combo.
So you could take down a T-Rex.
You could this is like elbow drop. You just needle moss it. You forward, you take whatever you want, and then the thing explodes. It's just cool.
I do feel like Forager needed this. Actually.
Yeah, it definitely adds a new dimension.
Forager needed
this. Get that back up there.
Yeah.
I just my mind reels with the possibilities because it feeds into everything they're doing already. If you got the trowel, you can trigger it anyway. It's so cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good card.
Yeah.
That's a great card. And you only need 1 fit, which I
only have one fit.
Right? That's great. Let's look at Mir's Botany.
Okay.
2 focus is required. It is X focus, X lessons.
This is the first Forager book, I believe.
Well, how do you define X here?
Let's see. X lessons.
It doesn't tell us.
Use 1. Oh, just by how many focus you pay for it.
Oh, right. So you can pay 3 focus, get 3 lessons.
Right.
Pay 1 focus, get 1 lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Then it introduces a focus test.
That's actually really cool, by the way.
It's very cool.
If you're more focused, you can start off with more. Yeah.
Enter the focus test plus reason. So focus and reason. Nice. Use 1 lesson. Absorb the botanical knowledge. Choose a nature card in the ranger discard and place it on top of your fatigue stack.
That's
so
very
sick.
Good. Anything out of your discard pile is so good.
That's so sick.
I need to figure out what nature cards I have.
You really want to run this on 3 focus, though.
Yeah. Well, Loose Leaf Tea Kit, which is out of Forager, I believe.
It's also an aid card. Does that matter?
It mattered to Chub Frog, so I'm sure it does. So Loose Leaf Tea Kit, you can take one of the charges away and gain an energy of any type. So you could easily get, if you're just 2 focus, you can get 3 focus easy. There's ways you could even bump that up even more.
So you could, as a 3 focus hero, you could spend some time with your Loose Leaf Tea Kit, drink some tea, go to 4, study your botany book, come in with 4 lessons, absorb some knowledge, and then return over the course of the next turn with 1 focus on each test. You can put 4 cards from a discard pile back into your fatigue stack, extending your day by 4 cards. That is about 1/6 of your day that you get back.
I love how combo-y the Forager is.
It's built for you.
It just hits me.
Rube Goldberg class of this game.
Now, I will say I have no room for this in my equipment stack. I have to drop one of my 2 equipments. But let's see. Here's the aid response. There's an aid roll card in the same way there's a gear artificer. Oh, you could put the token on the thing.
Well, that's sick.
Nice.
You could have an infinite day, maybe, as long as all your cards are nature.
Oh yeah,
cards.
because but you gotta test it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can always fail that.
Yeah. Well, not if you go to 2 over.
That's true. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Now, also remember, all these cards, as Jack and Zan is saying, you can always take outside interest.
That's right.
With a lot of these.
Yep.
So if anything catching your eye, the Brilliant Gardener, final card. Moment, Nature, Expert.
Uh-oh. By the way, I love how difficult this is.
6 seeds is the objective here. 2 spirit to take it. Plant test
5.
of 5. Add 1 progress to a feature and record 1 seed. Reduce the test by 1 for each flora in play. Yeah.
It writes itself, doesn't it? You just take a peek at that.
Some of the best art in the game.
Yeah, I looked at the art and I was like, no, I can't read the text. No. It's cool because you're going around planting these things. This is also nature, so you can grab it from that nature thing.
Whoa.
Oh, this is a moment too. Holy cow. Okay, so you get 2 shots at this per game base level.
Whoa.
Because it's just a moment. And you have to plant it, and then you have to do the test.
This is crazy.
That's pretty interesting.
It's almost like the reward would be really good. Just incredible.
Just like on a scale of like 1 to 5.
You want to know what it is on a scale of 1 to 5?
Like how good it is.
I mean, it's definitely in the 5 conversation.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Finally, let's take a look at the Artisan.
Okay.
Friendly repair service. Starting off with our objective card.
That's
6
right.
improvements are desired. You have to attach it to a human. It takes 2 awareness to run, 1 awareness to play. When a ranger connects with the attached human, the ranger who played this card may discard 1 token from one of their equipped gear to commit 1 effort.
Ranger connects.
So basically, you can discard a token from an equipped gear to gain 1 effort.
Okay.
So the connect test gets easier. That's
okay.
Nice. And then after the attached human is cleared with progress, record 1 improvement and discard this attachment.
You got to get 6.
So you got to find 6 humans.
I love this.
You got to play this 6 times. You got to clear those humans all 6 of those times. And then, and also you can trade tokens on your gear for effort on connect tests, which is actually
pretty good.
Can be very good.
Yeah, we know that sometimes you just don't have it for those connect tests.
And you're repairing things, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So you repair
You're friendly repair. You're repairing their stuff.
So you discard something off of your equipped gear to
like you're taking some screws out or something.
Give them the.
Which is cool because with Tinker, you can put that right back on. Like Tinkerer does. I love Tinker. I love it. Not good? Just awful?
You don't want to know what that is. It's so good.
Oh, I do love Artisans.
It's so good. And I will tell you this. It's insane in high player count games.
Well, hint.
Insane.
Okay. All right.
And in higher player count games, you would have more opportunities for doing
more
the friendly
humans,
repair service. So,
because you're more path deck stuff.
Kinetic Power Generator Attachment Mod Tech.
All right. Another attachment.
2 fit. 2 fit to take, 2 fit to play.
Uh-huh.
Attached to 1, 2 fit to quit. Attached to one of your equipped tech.
Great.
Exhaust after you succeeded a traverse. Add 1 token to the attached tech.
Let me just
look at the hiking staff.
Let me just put one of those on there.
Look at the hiking staff. It's like you power up this thing. You use a stride to just add 1 to a trail, and then you get another stride on it because you have the kinetic power generator after you succeeded a traverse, and then you exhaust it, use another stride. I mean, you can just keep striding.
Just keep on striding.
This is one of those cards that you could definitely build into. What's your most critical tech, and are you doing traverse tests? You should be doing traverse tests.
Man, that's good.
It's good.
That's good for, what does it say, artisan? Nice.
Really good.
Very artisan-y.
Alloy recycler, gear, tool, tech.
I did look at this one. I thought this was interesting.
Reason icon there. 1 focus, so anyone can run this one. When one of your equipped gear is discarded, you may attach it to this gear face down. All right, so I have this on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I would discard an equipped gear. I'm going to put it face down here. Exhaust. I'm going to Ranger perform a test, commit a card attached to this gear. I'm a huge fan of this card.
Mm-hmm. It's the ASOS pawn shop of Earthborne.
It really is. And if you run a deck that has a bunch of gear and you send it out, you use it, and then you overwrite it, and then you put the overwrite gear on your recycler, and then you put it out as a commit test. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't take up 1 slot.
Yeah. But you know, if you're gonna be that guy, you just carry it around. I like that it exists. And
you get the belt. You get the belt.
You got the belt.
Pouch or whatever.
Yeah, you got the belt.
Finally, featherweight gauze weave. 1 spirit to run. It's an attachment and a mod. Attach it to a gear. Reduce the equip value of the attached gear by 2 to a minimum of 0. There it is. So one of your things becomes 0, which means you can build up to 7 slots. With the pouch thing out, you can probably build 10, 11 slots of gear.
I mean, that's what, if you're looking for that build, that's the build you're looking for.
I know some people who are looking for that build.
1 spirit too, so everyone can take this.
I know people looking for that build.
Not expert. Yeah, that's. Then I could get the I could get that book, Wrap It in Gauze Weave.
Mm-hmm. You know, it must be fun to design cards for this game because you just have to think about what would be fun. You don't have to think about anything else. You don't really have to worry about breaking stuff and meta games and all that. Just like, hey, what's a cool thing that a futuristic ranger type might have? It's like, well,
this.
Gauzeweed. All right, moving on now to the roles, and particularly the specialties.
Let's see.
Start with the Artificer.
All right, well, let me make sure I got everything I need here.
Logator, you're so right. Shaper Conduits taking up 0 slots. Wowza. That's good. Wrap that conduit in gauze weave, and you got yourself something. That's genius. Chubfrog saying, "Are you kidding me?"
Chubfrog is having a hard time.
Love it.
Which, you know, that's what you want when you see this kind of stuff.
You want people to kind of just hurt with how the possibilities. Gregarious Inventor, new role for the Artificer. Artificer background specialty. Artificer specialty.
Let's see what we got.
Exhaust choose a ranger. They may search their deck for a gear and add it to their hand.
Any ranger.
Best card in the game.
Every round.
Best card in the game. Who designed this? Fisher must have designed this one. This card, fundamental.
Yeah, especially in like high player count, obviously, but even just you.
Even you. Everybody
you
has
get your
the gear.
whole build out.
Within a couple
your whole
turns.
Kit out in like 3 or 4
rounds.
turns. You don't have to mulligan for it. You don't have to worry about anything.
It's unbelievable.
So, you know, deal with that.
I mean, it's over. Like, unboxing over. This is the best card in Earthborne. That's a little hyperbolic. Let's talk about creative. Attribute innate. It's got 2 good icons
attribute. On it. All right.
After you succeeded a test in which you committed this, choose a gear in your ranger discard and place it on top of your fatigue stack. If your total effort was 3 or more, add it to your hand instead. We love it. I mean, you trade a card for a card and you get some icons to boot. See, Chad totally agrees.
Yeah, let's get that roll.
Mason Brantley, do what in all caps? So excited, you the W and the H are in the wrong order.
He's doing like a Hank Hill there.
Do what? Wayne says, seems too powerful. See, even the quiet chatters.
Yeah, everyone's all up in arms.
Consider something that takes 3 slots, says Sean. I have belt pouch out, and then I attach this gauze weave. Which reduction happens first? Whichever one brings you joy.
Also, this inventor may be pretty crazy with the old recycler.
Yeah.
You just keep getting gear overriding it.
Everything's good if you can just use it again.
Bada bing, bada boom.
You think? I bet we'll see some like use it all at once gear soon or at some point, where like you put it in and it lasts a turn and does something crazy, and then you boot it out. Mason Brantley, thanks for getting the reference. Yeah, great. Maybe that was real. Okay. Well, how about carbon forged theodolite?
All right, so we got some more carbon forged stuff.
Gear tool tech.
Because we got our carbon forged trowel.
Mm-hmm.
Got our carbon forged cable.
I mean, isn't everything forged from carbon?
This is a carbon forged what?
Carbon forged theodolite.
We got our carbon forged drum. Alerts that time. Now we got our carbon forged theodolite. Oh, look at that boy.
How can you imagine hiking with that? How do you carry that around? Is carbon forged just like super light, maybe?
Well, it's got deploy. Let's see if I made a deploy.
When you perform an avoid test, reduce your effort by 1.
All right, this says I made a deploy.
Deploy. When rules text on a gear card is preceded by deploy, that card represents equipment in that requires setting up to be functional. While it's functional, it can both aid or hinder your efforts. It's only functional while the card is ready. When it is exhausted, when rules text on preceded by deploy, the card is equipment that requires setting up to be functional. Okay, so you got to set it up to be functional.
Okay.
And then deploy. When you perform commit 1 effort, and this cue gains the following test. What does deploy mean?
Well, we just put it on the screen. I don't know. I couldn't read. The words were too small.
Okay, let's see what it does.
Okay.
When you perform an avoid test, reduce your effort by 1. When you perform a traverse test, commit 1 effort.
Because you can't avoid because this thing is just...
You're bad at avoiding, you're good at traversing.
Yeah, because it's a big telescope.
Yeah.
You can't avoid anything with it, but it'll help you see the land.
And then you get focus study. So focus plus compass, you can study the landscape, move a feature, and add 1 progress to it. Now that's fantastic. I would love, can you imagine what technology that is in this thing that you can use it to move a feature?
That is really cool.
That's got to be the craziest, strongest gravity laser.
Yeah, you're really like pointing stuff out on that.
But then you just like yoink it over here. You can move a mountain to somebody's zone.
Okay, deploy text is only active if it's ready.
Okay.
At the start of your ranger phase, and when you play the card, you can choose to exhaust it.
Okay, so if you want to avoid, you can optionally exhaust it when it comes into play.
I gotcha.
Or at the start of the ranger phase. But nobody's going to do that. You want all traverse tests all the time with this bad boy.
What's your Andrews Davy? What's the kind of like narrative idea of moving a feature?
Study the landscape to move a feature.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? What are we thinking out there?
I think you're moving it, man. I think you're moving it. Let's do power cell recycler while we're here. Gear tech, 1 focus to play.
Another recycler.
Exhaust, discard 2 tokens from one of your equipped tech to add 1 token to any ranger's equipped tech. Very cool. Exhaust, discard a tech from your hand to add 2 tokens to any ranger's equipped tech. Now this is going to get out of control.
So Andrew, real quick, changing your perspective on it, not physically moving it in this instance. You just think about it differently.
You know, the wisest man on earth, Damon Stone, once said, perception is reality.
There you go. And if you have a big telescope, it's even more reality.
And Andrew's, basically retort was perspective is reality. Which may be more accurate, actually.
Yeah. Look at this. There's so much Andrew Navarro philosophy that's seeping into our heads through this game.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
I feel like I got to be on guard. Okay.
Get out of here.
Discard a tech from your hand and add 2 tokens to any ranger's tech. And then we got...
This is why you're running it.
But then you got this guy again.
The second ability is why you're running it.
But then this guy comes up.
Is that from the...
And put it in their hand. You can put a tech in your hand.
Yeah, you can put a tech in your
Bada
hand.
bing.
And then you can discard it to add 2 tokens to any ranger's equipped tech. You can combo wombo this thing all day long.
Put some gauze weave on it. Doesn't take up a you can belt pouch it. It's no problem.
Chub Frog saying, can't even read these cards because I'm still bowled over by the Artisan Cards. Everybody's got their favorite, you know. Finally, Remote Sentinels. Some of the best art in Earthborne here.
I like this one, yeah.
Gear Tech. 3 remotes coming into play, 2 spirit to play. Move a being, treating it as if it does not have ambush. If you move it within reach, add 1 progress to it.
Cool.
Excellent stuff.
Yep, we like it. That's fundamentals,
It
right?
doesn't ambush because you have remote sentinels that tell you it's coming. You add progress to it to clear it out of the game.
And you shoot those cool helicopter things out of your wrist, which is just A+.
It's so good. Yeah, it's excellent. Excellent stuff. What's up? About nearing 100 folks on the stream. Hey, everybody. We're kicking now. Welcome to the party. I'm glad you made it. What is it, 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, 2:15? It's about the time whenever you're kind of dragging.
Need a little pick-me-up.
You're thinking, I really would rather... Well, you're probably already at home. Let's be honest. I think a lot of people watching this are at home right now. Do you have? I mean, you think there's folks in the the true office, downtown or whatever, and it's like you got the spreadsheet on one side and you got the 2 bald heads of the industry in the other.
The bald heads of the industry.
I got to tell you, I don't think we're the only bald heads in the industry. Sean Tilson, Nick, the card pool for Earthborne isn't as large as the others yet, but they're working on it. Talking about in comparison to Arkham, I believe.
Ah, yes. Yeah, there's a side combo about EBR versus Arkham.
Sean Ripley saying, I'd love to see pictures of Rangers decked out in or using this gear. It's so good. You know what? I mean, if there's not an Earthborne role-playing thing happening where I can create a character and then go through a giant gear list and choose like, oh, I'm going to take the Sentinels and I get an arm slot and a chest slot and a head slot and all of that. I don't know what for.
8:15 p.m. in Ireland. So he's just bedding down.
You taking back a pint. Absolutely.
Chub Frog's going to be thinking about this for weeks.
I know. Yeah, Chub Frog going to have to call in. I don't know.
Oh, we got someone in class.
Dylan Sample stuck in class, but yeah, basically home. You saying that home is class, or that you're about to go home?
Someone's rustling the backpacks.
Spend 16 hours in the classroom. What are you doing? Are you in what is that? High school, university, graduate school? What are you studying? What are people learning these days?
Okay, what do we got next? Who are we going to?
Let's do the Path Warden.
Okay.
Path Warden.
This is the Conciliator?
Conciliator.
Path Warden. Here we go.
Either move a being, treating as if it does not have ambush, or discard 1 harm from a being.
We like to discard 1 harm from a being.
Chub Frog saw move a being and was in. There it is.
Hey.
Josh is saying a tabletop RPG is on the hit list for Earthborne Games at some point in the future. Well, I have to imagine that there's some folks over at Earthborne Games that know people who have worked on RPGs.
Oh, like Andrew Navarro who says there is.
There is. Oh, well, there you go.
Nothing else focused like the idle banter of TC. Put that on the marketing text.
Yeah, well, the one thing we've always wanted to be known for is idle banter. That really sells the product, doesn't it?
Major in math, minor in engineering. Good job. Fun stuff.
So basically, no careers.
I mean, you can get into some weird math, theoretical mathematics.
What I really mean is like, yeah, you've got the world as your oyster.
Yeah, I think engineering's still pretty wide open.
All right, so Path Warden can move a being. That's probably the most important thing that it does. Discarding 1 harm from a being.
It's important.
It can keep you from ending a day prematurely if you made some big mistakes.
And if you do Shepard Conciliator, you can keep your little buds on the table more. If they're taking some
that's
stuff
true.
from you.
Oh, and Quiet, maybe, no spoilers, is good with this card. Certain versions of him. Or them. Show no fear. 0 cost. Awareness takes 2 to take it. Moment and a skill. Beautiful art there, of course.
Yep.
Discard a being with 0 presence. If it's a predator, place it on top of the path deck instead.
Cool.
Yeah, excellent card.
I think there's stuff that reduces presence out there.
Oh yeah, I bet there are. Yep.
So you could do a little combo wombo there.
Anything that can do anything without a test, I'm in.
Mm-hmm. And getting it off the board is good. You know what I'm going to use this on? That Irix.
Is it
Back
Irix?
in the decks.
Yeah, but it doesn't have 0 presence, does it?
Yeah, you can figure that out. You can figure out how to do it.
I don't want it to come back out. And doesn't it have ambush?
It doesn't have ambush. It has persistent, which is a problem.
That's right. All together now, 1 fit, 2 icons, cost 2 fit to take. When you perform a test, discard 2 or more progress from beings within reach to commit 1 effort for every 2 discarded. So basically, if you have 2, let's say we have 4 progress on a being in front of us, and then we want to go do a test, we can discard 4 progress to get +2 to that test.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like the theme of it. I like everything about it.
It's a hard card to run.
Think so?
It's a hard one to put in your deck. Yeah. It's a very specific situation that has to exist for this to be good. Now, maybe with the spirits, it would make more sense. Maybe with the spirit stuff.
Oh, wow.
Also it's got 2 icons.
No, that's good. If this is my dream that someone wrote about in the Discord, but when you have 4-player game, 3 spirit speakers, and then 1 conciliator, keeping them all alive, you get yourself an all together now. You got spirits to beat the band, and you can just go. Just get
discard 2 and just get a bunch of.
And if you're Traveler Conciliator, then you've got your Reaver Block It, you've got your Walk With Me, or Reaver Block It, and you can put this on it. So then you too can use the spirits. Yeah,
let me tell you though, I don't. Shepherd beings are going to have progress on them too. How do they get progress on them?
I don't know.
See, I don't know.
This is Shepherd stuff. Yeah.
I played Shepherd. Yeah, Trevor was saying this is any test. That's right. So it's versatile. Said this is really good. Some situations force a particular test with no way around it, but you also gotta have progress on stuff. I mean, you gotta have like 4 progress to make it worth spinning a card. Otherwise, I'm just gonna commit this to the test probably. It's got 2 icons on it.
Yeah, it's only 1 fit though. That's easy.
I'm getting +1 on the 2 tests that matter already. So for me to play this rather than just commit it to the test, I mean, it's gonna have to be doing some.
Yeah, it is 1 for 2. For some reason, I thought it was 2 for 1.
Now 2 for 1 would be a different math.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I think with a Spirit Speaker buddy, this could be really cool.
Works great with the sheepdog that adds progress to beings when moved.
Okay.
Y'all?
We got some thinkers on the stream today.
I'm just saying, it's a very competitive card pool. Let's look at influential. This is just...
Look at that art.
So this is some real art, isn't it? Some real art. It's an attribute and a skill. When you commit it while interacting with 1 or more beings. How do you interact with 1 or more beings?
Spoilers.
If the test succeeds, you may decide which of the being's challenge effects resolve.
Influential.
I think that's great.
Yeah. Wait a second. When you commit this, you're like, all right, 1 more being. If the test succeeds, it's got a heart on it. You may decide which of the being's challenge effects resolves. So
you choose one of the potentially 3 that are under there. And resolves.
Does it replace? Like, let's say, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let's say you got, it
does.
Koro here. Koro's not a super great example, but we'll pull
Don't
him up.
Spoil anything.
No,
he's
fine. He's the red. Let's say you draw the red crest. I guess he only has that one, so you have to choose that one. But if you had one with 2, you could not. Like, if you drew the red crest as your challenge icon, instead of resolving the red crest, you could resolve a different one.
I feel like you probably have to always resolve one of the challenge effects on the being.
Yeah.
Unless you can choose 0. Which resolve? None. Can you choose none? Can we choose none? Can we choose none challenge effects resolve?
Can you choose, like, I resolve the sun challenge effect even if the card does not have a sun?
Can you resolve sun, crest, and mountain? And Chubb Frog, I have several questions about how
we'll get there on the Discord. To the Discord. Quizzy has 2 challenge effects. There you go.
There's a lot of things that have. I mean, there's tons of beings that come out that have 2 or 3.
I think my question is: do you do this in addition to, or do you do this as a replacement of the challenge effect that will naturally hit?
And can you choose multiple? And can you choose none?
Yeah.
And is it good for spirits? I don't know. I don't know how the spirit stuff works. Still, not really. 2 challenge effects. Not really. Don't really know.
Let's see, 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Pull up the empathy amplifier for me, if you would. Empathy amplifier. It's my nickname in high school. Not true. 1 spirit, 1 spirit to play. Got a heart on it. 2 readings. Look at that little thing. It just amplifies empathy. Can you imagine what that would be like?
He says you can choose multiple or none.
Davi says you can choose multiple or none. Wow.
That's a pretty good card.
Okay.
Okay, we like it.
I'm with it. Deploy. When you perform a traverse test, reduce by 1. When you perform a connect test,
commit 1. See, I like this. I like this stuff.
So you throw that out. You're not good at traverse. You gotta stay put.
You gotta stay put.
But you're amplifying the connection if they're in the zone. Use a reading when a ranger perform a test that is on a being. Commit 2 effort. Oh, it's so good. And it's gears, so you can put another charge on it with your artisan roll or whatever that is that you do.
Tech.
Your tech roll.
For a tinkerer.
I'm a giant fan of this card.
Nice. All right, for testing this being, commit 2 effort. Yeah, great, fantastic.
I mean, connecting with beings is how you advance the game.
You don't exhaust it.
No.
For that.
No. Nope.
Does that mean you could use all your tokens all at once? You could blow it up before if you had.
You know what? That's a good question.
Look at this.
I think you could.
We're drilling down into the guts of Earthborne. I think you could too. Yeah.
Just like the field journal, can you use multiples on that? Well, I've only ever used 1 because I didn't think I could use multiples. It might be that you have every card can get in there once.
Just like one time, even if it's exhaust.
Yeah.
Or not exhaust.
It's just
only one at a time. Only one at a time.
That was my assumption.
Yeah.
I guess I played it that way.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Empathy amplifier. Can you imagine if that existed in the world?
So that was a Conciliator.
What a vibe that would be. You go to like a music festival, there's empathy amplifiers everywhere.
I actually think I've been to some music festivals with amplifiers everywhere. You got 3. You got a whole perimeter there. So you go there. You have the loose leaf tea kit with you, and the whole thing writes itself. Oh, you're going Shaper next.
Mason Brantley, outside interest spotted. I totally agree with you. I am continuously perplexed by how hard these choices are going to become. You're going to be able to make some really awesome characters. That outside interest is the singular genius of the character creation system. I mean, if I'm choosing 1. Anchorite of Stone. Add 1 token to a conduit or ready it.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Don't Shapers already do this? Where's my box?
What are the other Shaper rolls? Oh, there's
Get
first.
that Earthborne box right there. I want to see the other. Wait, can you just pull them up?
Yeah, I can just pull them up. As long as we know what they're on. There's the first ideal, and then there's the other one.
There's 3 total in the front.
Got a challenge card. The other one is you pull a manifestation from your discard.
Oh, right.
And then there's this one.
Add a token to a conduit or ready. It seems bonkersly good.
Seems real good.
Doesn't this seem like the obviously best one?
Mm-hmm. Because the conduits are good.
Or you could, scouting challenge cards is not to be underestimated. In
That's
fact,
true.
You know what? I want to play a Shaper that does that. I want to play the manipulate the challenge deck.
I do like the challenge deck.
Just like be the weird wizard that just knows what's going on.
Yeah. See into the future a little bit.
Zach saying always had extra conduit tokens, but isn't readying the conduit?
But readying the conduit is a big deal.
Yeah, like being able to use Scepter of Harmony multiple times.
Yeah.
Can be quite good. Do it and then get more things on it and then do it again in the same turn. Well, I guess they're making the choices hard, so that's the way it should go. Let's look at Slow Time.
Okay, Slow Time. I have not looked at these Shaper cards, but because I just looked at the titles and I was like, this is some weird stuff.
Yeah, they are weird. But look at, can we appreciate the art on this for just a second? You see the little ranger in there holding off the big fungus wasp?
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
Oh, that's a wasp nest, I guess.
Oh, look at that.
But
that's so cool.
You're slowing down time so that you can get out of there before they sting you.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, and you have to use your strain because like you're doing your spells.
That's so good. Manifestation. Attach it to a path card. Use a strain. When the attached card would ready, it remains exhausted. So keep it down for 3 turns. And then response, when the attached card leaves play, discard a token from a conduit to attach this to another path card. Ah, I love it.
That's good. That's good. Because you've got the you've got your
This is particularly good in large player count games.
You've got this guy, which is roughly the same thing from a non-magic point of view.
But it can only be a predator.
Only be a predator.
Makes it less
You
good.
can move it around and you can't reattach it.
It's not nearly as good. I mean, slow time magic is better than a cable.
And look at the art on that. My goodness gracious.
You want to know some other good art?
Sure.
How about All is Clay? Not to be confused with Jars of Clay, one of the great albums. Was Jars of Clay that Creed album? Or was Jars of Clay a band?
A band that was like Creed.
Okay. Moment and a manifestation. Move any number of beings or features. Now, this is actually moving them. This is not a perspective thing. This is a big...
You're really doing it. Well, look at that.
Yeah, it's a big spirit
talking about
summoning.
Hello.
Or you think that's the shaper that turned big and started moving stuff around?
I think they're both the shaper. I think it's like wow, no, look at that, because he's moving his buddies around.
It's like a manifestation.
He's like coming out of the mountain all of a sudden.
Move any number of beings. After moving the last card, each area must have the same number of path cards as before you played this manifestation. While moving them, treat them as if they don't have ambush. So it's a total rearranger, but it has to stay equal.
Cool.
You got 2 in the within reach. You've got 1 along the way. You've got 3 in the within reach here. Those all numbers have to stay the same, but you can swap them as you need to.
I like the shaper cards that are like this. There's one that I saw where it's like you can move all the progress. You basically put all the progress into a pool, and then you can put it on the board, and you can put it anywhere you want. Like, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Also the art, goodness. Man.
These are the kind of cards that happen when Jeremy Zorin's in on your design team. This would give him a heart attack. He's over there on Star Wars Unlimited, you know?
He's killing it, yeah.
Boy, I feel like he has been so patient to finally get that.
Well, he started in the warehouse.
I know. I love the guy. He's the best. If I was doing a competitive game, I would try to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, Andrew is going to know that better than I would. Let's look at the channeler. Attribute, manifestation. Wait a minute. Oh, there's no
attribute.
Cost, of course. You can commit this attribute to any test you perform.
Okay, good deal.
When you do, suffer fatigue and double the energy committed to this test.
Well,
I got 3 focus. I throw 3 focus into a test. I play channeler at 6.
6 focus.
That's just good.
I mean, it's right. That if you're a channeler, that's what you're doing.
Look at how cool it is, man.
You're channeling.
It's basically like 2 or 3 of the icon that you need at this very moment at all times.
Wow. And then if you got the one that brings the manifestation back in, this is your deal. This is what you do. Just channel.
This is so good, dude. I got to play Shaper. We got to stop looking at these cards. We have to get done with our campaign by the time this comes out.
Yep.
What, we got 9 months?
We got 9 months. 5 months? We have 9 months to play 25 more times. I don't know the math on that. I think we can do it. Is there 25 weeks in 9 months?
4 times 9 is 36. So 36 weeks to get 29 in.
Wow, we got to get to it.
Well, given our current rate, we'll be at day 10 when this thing comes out. Yeah, this is a card to build around. I build my life around the channeler.
Joe, welcome to the stream. Hopefully we can keep you alert on your drive home
on
today.
Your commute. Where are you commuting to and from? Don't give me the address
work to home.
But
I think that's what it is.
Where are you? Indiana, Texas, Florida, California, Nevada?
I don't know how do you get 4 focus.
Well, there are cards that give you extra energy, right?
Oh, yeah, you could loose leaf tea kit into 4 focus. When your buddy could give you that. If you're drinking tea and channeling energy, oh man, that's
you want to know what a hero is? All right, finally, Vision of the Floating Tower. 2 spirit.
Oh my goodness.
4 visions.
All right, hold on. Visions. From...
I want to know what this does. Use a vision. After you discard 1 or more tokens from a conduit, soothe an equal number of fatigue. Can you please pull up the Scepter of Harmony? Zach has told us about, oftentimes he'll do 4. What's up?
Did you see this craziness? We talked about it on the podcast. But if you haven't listened, we're putting 4-2-1-1 aspect cards in Stewards of the Valley.
You madmen.
What are they doing?
They're min-maxing, dude. They gave it to us. They gave us what we wanted. And they'll do a 5-1-1-1 at some point. Now that's role-playing. That's role-playing. Huh.
That is true.
Makes it difficulty 5 less
Yeah,
scary.
you
But
can channel.
I guess your Forager, it can be your background Forager Shaper.
Anyway, Scepter of Harmony, let's say you drop 4 songs
Yep.
to add 4 progress to a being. Then you spend a vision on Visions of the Floating Tower, and you soothe 4 fatigue. And you can do that 4 times. I don't even know what to say.
One more equal number of fatigue.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, if this heals 12 fatigue over the course of a game for a card,
very good. Only one slot in your equipment too.
who's printing these?
So
And it's gear, so you can keep loading it up.
a thought just occurred to me.
That's good.
If these are the player cards in Stewards of the Valley,
You think things are getting harder
well, yes, one. But imagine the reward cards in
from the campaign? From Legacy?
because they got to be better than this.
They're going to be baller. They're going to be really baller. So Andrew's saying it is very likely they're doing the 4-2-1-1s. Could change, but I think they sound like Andrew sounds pretty set on that.
What is happening?
Finally,
Okay.
we're going to the Explorer. This is what I'm currently playing in our. I'm doing Explorer Traveler, just a Strider type. Vigilant Lookout, Exhaust Scout a Path card.
Great.
I absolutely love this. I will switch it probably instantly in our campaign.
Instead of dodging, you dodge all the time.
I do it all the time. I won't do it.
It comes in handy.
But and the art and everything.
The art is
about
right,
it,
yeah.
And everything here that's happening, the Scout deck. I want to play the Scout deck.
One thing I want to say to Andrew is I love, or actually the other Andrew's doing the art direction, but I love seeing the equipment from the game in the game art itself. Like this Vigilant Lookout's got the trowel, yeah.
Yeah. But if I'm not running the trowel,
And the Orland hiking staff.
I can't suspend my disbelief.
You got a trowel and a staff.
I want
And something on the back there. That's probably that telescope.
I want the blank versions of these cards so that I can sketch my own Ranger. A long ago promised
That's
thing
right.
from Mr. Navarro. I mean, what would that cost? You take all of your rolls, you take the art out, you print them, you sell them to me for $20 in a game fat, I'll do it. I will do it.
Really
I'll
good,
have you
really
draw
good
it
in
too.
solo here. I mean, you could just use a piece of paper. That's the thing about cards. They're just paper.
Toro the Raccoon.
It happened.
It happened. Evan does the art direction, that's right.
Evan does the art direction. Sorry, I read the blog post, but I forgot which one of them was.
Toro the Raccoon, being companion mammal. There it is. You get 1 companion in this one. 2 fit.
This is for your Explorer. You can get this, bud.
I could get this, bud. You could also, I think, outside interest it for the Shepherds.
Oh, that's right. Yep. It's not expert.
Toro the Raccoon, being companion mammal, 1 presence, 2 harm, friendly, persistent, unique, standard. Exhaust, discard progress from an obstacle to move your Ranger token to it. I love that. And then awareness plus scavenge. 2 for
Hey,
useful
that's
scrap.
cool.
Add a token to a tech. If you fail, draw a path card.
That's so cool. Wow. How raccoon. That's like A+ raccoon nonsense there.
That is maxed raccoon. Wow.
Yep.
Dude, add a token to a tech on a test is excellent. That's something useful to do with my awareness icons. My awareness
That's
tokens.
true. That's cool. And then you could get that. Oh, yeah.
But if you fail, you draw a path card because the raccoons, get something.
Yeah, get them riled up.
spooked. Wow. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And the ability to move your Ranger to an obstacle.
Very good.
And then everybody at the table gets plus
+1
when interacting with it. That can absolutely save bacons.
Very cool. Oh, that's right. Because even if it doesn't have the Ranger token on it, with this thing now, you can get on there because you're the Explorer, and then you can help everybody with the thing. Man, that's cool. Okay, great. I love it.
You dated somebody in high school with a pet raccoon.
It's true. I did.
What was that like? What was a raccoon like?
I didn't really interact with it very much.
Like a little dog, little cat, more like a cat probably.
More like a cat. Yeah.
Just more
like,
dangerous?
It's like a cat with thumbs. Just imagine that.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want. 1 awareness, better part of valor. When you would draw a path card, instead discard the top card of the path deck. Then suffer fatigue equal to that card's presence.
When you draw a path card instead, no, love this right. Oh, that's great. Wow.
But it's scary.
Yeah? Because you don't know what's the next
You don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't draw another one, so this is your draw for the turn. Like, so when it says, at the start of the round, Rangers draw, you respond, and instead you discard it. You take fatigue equal to its presence, so you don't know if that's bad. But what if it's like something you want? What if it's like a friend?
Yeah.
You got to watch out, because you could dunk your friend.
Yeah, when you would draw a path card, but it's a response.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, do you see the path card first?
You don't see the path card, no. It's when you would draw it. You have not drawn it yet, which means you have not seen it.
Well, you're scouting. This is why you scout.
That's
As a good explorer, you know what's coming up.
But if I'm scouting, I'm going to throw everything I don't want to the bottom, which means it's a total blind draw on the top.
Yeah, you're right about that. Is there any way?
But there's a lot of moments where, like when we were in the situation, as long as we don't draw a Lutrinol, we will win.
Then you get it. Huh.
And of course, as Sean's saying, you use this with that explorer roll. But then, I don't know, I feel like you're kind of wasting it.
Yeah, because you just put it on top to discard it.
Yeah, I'd rather just put it on bottom if I don't want it.
Yeah. Huh. There's a way to do this.
Well, you just roll the dice. It's basically whenever things need to just not go bad.
Yeah.
It's like things are you already have the people on the table. You've cleared them with progress. You're on a mission. You need to go. I can't have anything get in my way. Boom. Better part of valor.
Okay. Yeah, because yeah. You're just saying no path card. I don't want to even deal with it.
No. Okay. I mean, maybe it's going to be somebody give me a mission, whatever. No.
Yeah. Also, if you just don't want an obstacle, that kind of a thing. Got it. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. That's cool. That's for when you're like rushing, when you got to get somewhere.
And you're asking, how do people define an LCG these days? Well, the interesting thing is a living card game, and most of them are dead. So that's a hard definition to.
I think Joe's right. Non-random card distribution.
That's funny. Well, I mean, there's been games with non-random card distribution for 1,000 years. Like bicycle cards are non-random. It's really an expandable non-random card game that releases at quarterly or more intervals. I think that's what it's got to be. Because the promise of living card game is that there's new content fairly often.
Mm-hmm. That
new content is non-randomized.
Yeah.
So that would be an LCG in my mind.
Yeah. Gotcha. What else we got?
We have, let's go, the Nut Rolled Honey Loaf. Has 3 slices only. That is it. That's a thick slice then. One spirit to play. Use a slice after a being enters play. If it's the start of the round, add 1 progress to that being. If it enters play during a ranger's turn, add 2 progress to that being instead. So this is typically the start of the round would be whenever you're drawing your path cards by the framework of the game. And then if you have to draw a path card during your turn, you get to add 2 to that being instead.
Yep, which like Lone Tree Station, you scout and draw a card, add 2 to a being.
That's it, yeah.
Which is great for a lot of reasons. Great for clearing stuff, but also great for friendly stuff that you're just trying to get through. Okay, A+.
Yeah. And Jealous Shot saying it can't even be quarterly with Arkham going to yearly, talking about the LCGs. Yeah, it's not an LCG anymore. Whatever the promise of the LCG was, it's just an expandable board game. Except you're using mainly cards. What is a board game? They don't even have boards anymore necessarily. Up is down. I don't, war in East Asia or whatever. And then lastly,
another book.
Also, I really like that Honey Loaf. Lastly, the Personal Travelogue. 2 focus, gear book.
2 slot, 2 equipment slots.
Can we appreciate that pencil that is wrapped in a leaf and made to write?
It's pretty cool.
And it's not even a pencil, it's a twig. Exhaust, when you suffer 1 or more fatigue, add an equal number of stories to this book. Oh, so you get to write about your travels.
Hey, and you can use that card to give you the fatigue from the path deck. Bada bing.
I like this a lot. Spirit, reflect on your travels. Discard all stories from the book. If you discarded at least 4, shuffle up to 2 cards from your fatigue stack into your deck. Watch out. Watch out.
Into your deck. Okay.
So when you suffer, let's say I have to suffer 4 fatigue, and then I get 2 of those back into my deck with a spirit test, a reflect test. So again, I suffer the fatigue. I can draw that fatigue,
right,
which is great. And then later on, I got 2 fatigue in my stack. I can put that back into my deck. These are ways to basically extend the day and continue things moving, and also cards that go to my fatigue stack that I'm choosing, but like I'm going to put this there. Like some of those moments after you use it, you can put it on the top of your fatigue stack.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it back into your deck. You can use it again, put it on top of your fatigue stack, draw it. You know what, y'all? You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out because there's gonna be people who are trying to have an infinite day, and we can't let them succeed.
I like what's appearing through this kind of stuff and Tailspinner stuff, which is the most efficient, the most reliable way to extend your energy of the day is to take time to reflect on what you've already done.
That's right.
So, get yourself juiced up again, and then you're ready to go.
Journaling does make your life seem longer.
Everybody says so.
You know what I mean? Like it really does.
It
does. You break out of the habit of just like staring at the TV or whatever, and you like reflect on something, and it makes it feel like you've done more.
Yep. Big fan.
And you remember it more too.
Yep. It makes you don't start losing those days. Your brain doesn't create that shortcut.
How do you determine what cards get shuffled? Shuffle up to 2 cards from your fatigue stack. Now normally it's just the top. I think you get to search the fatigue stack. The way it's written, I'd search the fatigue stack. That's it. I think. I don't know. All right, Jonathan, we doing those reward cards or what?
Yes. Okay, everyone. Hear me now and hear me later. We are going to read...
Should we just not do them?
Well, it was 49, 51.
But people would leave if we're going to read them, but nobody leaves if we don't read them.
That's true.
Let's leave a little surprise.
All right.
Wait, let's do one. Let's just do one.
Just to kind of give an idea?
Let's just do one to give you an idea.
All right, let's do a poll.
For all the people who didn't want him to be spoiled, let's just do one, and we'll make it
All right. I learned how to do this. Okay. Which background reward should we reveal?
Artisan?
Artisan? Hold on. This only has yes or no. How do I
just say yes. If you can type there, right? You can type a new one there, yeah? But you got to have more.
Let's see. Create a poll.
I don't think... I'm just going to choose one.
All right, hold on.
I'm choosing one, dude.
Hold on.
I'm choosing it right now.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm choosing it.
All right, you choose it.
All right, I'm going to choose the Forager.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Forager. If anyone does not want the Forager revealed, get out of here.
Or you know what we could also do is we could see that email from Andrew and see if there's anything in there that's worth sharing before we run people off.
Sure.
Let me open the computer and just find out. Let's take a look. Hot off the presses from let's see if Andrew's got anything for us here. Hot off the presses of EARTHBORNE Studios. Would you ever take the card and not knowing what the reward is?
Mm-hmm.
You would.
I would absolutely plant those seeds not knowing what will grow.
Wow. That's deep. It's really deep, man. Here are some Legacy of the Ancestors things you can share. If you like, the cards from the Arcology Ruins Path set and the full campaign map. We've already shared a few cards in the set in our update, but this is all of them. Similarly, we've shared one side of the Legacy of Ancestors map, but not the other. Some people consider the spoilers, so we should let people know that there are spoilers before we dive in. Personally, I don't think it spoils anything. The map especially you'll see straight out of the box.
That's true.
Jonathan, I feel like we have to show the map.
So, yes, map, no rewards. Andrew can always show the rewards if he wants to.
Dude, we gotta show the map. We gotta show the map.
Okay, we're pivoting.
All right, hold on a second. This is crazy. I'm overwhelmed. Okay.
Let me get you your.
Yeah, give me the cord here. Let's go full screen on this bad boy. All right, we're gonna look at the map, y'all. Now, hey, Andrew, before I do this, is it all the strata or just the one? Is it all the strata? Okay, let's go. Man, the HDMI cables that are this ridiculous?
Andrew says it is.
The math is no spoiler. It is. Show everything, says John M. How many of y'all will back the game harder if we show everything? That don't send to me yet.
Okay.
I gotta know. Andrew, can I show? There's, obviously there's multiple. Is it just the Valley and the Arcology Stratum 1, or can the additional stuff be shown?
They say you can see it right out of the box.
All of it. You can see all of it, right? There's no way you can hide a map. It's a piece of paper. Okay, let me plug in. Let me get this going. Now this is live streaming. See, this is what it's supposed to feel like. We're on the verge of something great here. You can show everything in that email. That's wise. That would be really a mistake if that were not true. Can you imagine? I'm going to send you all this stuff, but you can only show half of it.
Yeah, don't step on the mine.
All right, John, then send me to 3. Let's do it.
Boom. All right, so we know this one. This
Yep.
This is known.
Yep, but let's just look at it for a second.
Do we have? Oh yeah. Okay, we're still on here. I was looking at your computer screen instead of the actual screen.
Let's just look at it for a second. Okay, so here's what we know. We know that when we enter Legacy of the Ancestors campaign, we can still interact with the Valley, but only part of it.
Hey, I think this was a good idea, Andrew. Just on the record.
That was a clever solution.
Yeah, that you couldn't update everything because it would be insane, so you smalled it down.
Is Headwater Station, has that always been there? That's new, right? Colors look very off. Yeah, that's accurate. And so this is going to be an interpretation of an HDMI port on a laptop. So it's going to look better than whatever you're seeing.
Yeah, this is a bad looking version of the maps.
Okay, so we got Lone Tree, Ancestors, Boulder Field, Kobos, Spire. This Headwater Station, I don't remember that being on our map.
there's some new stuff there.
I don't remember the plummet. Although, no, I do remember the plummet. I remember the ziggurats, the knoll. So in Spire, there's a new icon, path deck, called the Estian Ruins that takes you to Arcology Stratum 1, also known as the Chimney.
Okay.
So we go down the chimney, and then we go over to the Arcology here on the right side, and then we can go from the chimney back up to the Spire, and then we can be in the valley. Or we can stay down on Stratum 1, and we can move around. We can go to the Oasis of Sunlight. We can go down to the Scuttler Network. Now the Scuttler Network, you can go down to Stratum 2, but there's a flooded passage, looks like, that we need to deal with. So there's a flood. And then we've got Orland's Vault, and Orland's Vault...
Orland the Piking Staff thing.
That's it. And we can go to Stratum 2 from there, but it's a locked passage.
Uh-oh, we got locks. That means we gotta have keys.
Then we have the Desert of Endless Night.
Ugh.
And then we have the Drenching Chamber, and it also is flooded.
Yeah, clearly.
Flooded passage. And then we can come back up to the chimney, but we have to go through the fungal forest.
Yeah.
Now, you want to know what happens when you go down to Stratum?
Yeah, let's press the button. Never seen this before.
Boom. Okay. So we can go up, back up to the Submerged Chamber Workshop or Scuttler Network. We go down, we've got a branching artery, terminal artery, and severed artery that goes to various places like the Silent Dormitories,
Silent Dormitories, a great name.
The Mycelial Conclave,
also cool.
The Cerulean Curtain. Oh my gosh. And then from these various places that are locked and or infested, look at overgrown passages.
Ooh.
We can go down to Stratum 3, the Cistern, the Verdant Sphere. Can you imagine being down here in the 3rd floor and going to the Verdant Sphere?
Yeah.
And the cage?
And note that all these that are pivotal, that have stuff that is just going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
The Memory Corpse.
And on the path is tons of overgrown passages and infestations.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the infestations, man. Look at all this infested Verdant Sphere. What is an infested? What are they infested with?
Oh, Infestation is a new path deck.
It's a path deck. It's a path deck, dude. The amount, it's going to take us 1,000 years to do all of this campaign. And the Carbon Forged Maze.
Oh,
but
nice.
it takes you back up to 1. It takes you back up to Stratum 1. So it's like
wow, that's your zip right up there. So we got Cavern, Fungal Forest, Infestation, Estian Ruins, and Flooded Ruins are our path decks. New path decks.
And look at this. Look at this on Talpid's Squeeze over here on the far right. So we've got these little paths that have like these arrows. And the arrows are going in different directions. I wonder if you can only go
one way or the other.
Certain ways. Yeah. Like Talpid's Squeeze maybe can only go down from there. You can't like go over.
Where are the arrows?
See that little arrow right there?
Oh yeah. Huh, interesting.
And like here there's these little paths. But so
if you're going down it's locked, but if you're coming up it's not. If you're coming
back up it's not locked.
If you're going down it's infested.
But you can come up
and
through.
It's cool.
Oh, it's overgrown, but not if you're coming up through it. Well, I want to do it. I want to play it all. They've done it. Huh. Frank Levy, great work, Earthborne team. This looks incredible. Oh, man. Well, now I want to do the path deck, too, since we've got
Do you want to, I mean, how about this?
Should we do the path deck?
How many days are left on the campaign? Can we live stream next week, too?
No.
I got a Tuesday in me.
All right, hold on. Let's look. What's the calendar look like?
Because then we could do like an all spoilers one. You know what I mean?
We gotta get ready for Sorcery Con next week.
I know.
The last day is the 13th. I don't know when it is. Tuesday.
So we could do a final spoiler.
No, we should do it right now if we're doing it.
Well, my time's about to run out.
Let's just do a few of the path cards.
Just a few of the path cards.
Let's do some of the path cards. Let me get it pulled up.
Okay.
We'll do a few of the path cards. And then maybe one of the reward cards real quick. Just real quick. Quick. It's just now I'm just like, I just want to consume it in every way.
So we're doing path cards. We're doing rewards cards. It's going to get more spoilery from here.
I think it's time, if you don't want it spoiled, I think it's time to go. But just stick around, you know. Let's dive in. This is probably gonna be like the first thing that you see whenever you start out the expansion.
Yeah, NBD.
And I think Andrew just really wants to show off the work that the team has got done, because this is going to be unbelievable.
We've seen this one.
Yeah, so let's pull it in.
Okay.
Here we go. Hide your eyes if you don't want it. But this was on the Game Found, and I think many of these are on the Game Found. Okay, so a Bustling Lightbringer, it's a 1 presence, it's got 3 power, it's a being and a machine, so that's relevant. It comes in, it just goes to the within reach situation. Powered 1, it gains illumination.
It was powered.
And then powered 1, if there is an active feature, discard 1 power from this being, add 1 progress to that feature, then move this being. So as long as it remains powered, it illuminates stuff, and it makes the features active, which means it gets to add progress to them for free on the draw. So 6. So you want to like keep this thing powered up and moving around. And if there's an active predator, it exhausts it. So you got to keep your illumination going. How about a capacitive leech? Being, prey, parasite, 1 power as well. 3 harm, 5 progress to get this thing off the board. 3 challenge effects here. Discard 1 unique token from a machine or tech. Add 1 power to this parasite. So it eats the power off of the machines.
Nice. Love it. Makes a lot of sense.
If there's an active predator, exhaust it, add 2 damage to it, and damage to this being equal to that predator's presence. So they fight, the leeches fight. And then powered 3, if you get 3 on these bad boys, discard 3 from this parasite, suffer 1 injury. So if it eats enough of the power sources, it will injure you. It goes Super Saiyan. What does illumination mean, Mark? So if something with illumination is in the same zone as anything else, everything that is in the zone with is called active, I believe, which means that it's showing light on it. And so certain things are different if they're illuminated or not illuminated.
Right.
So that's a very important thing. Coruscating Phantom, being, predator, biomeld, 2 presence, 5 damage, 7 progress, ambush, 2 illumination. If one area has more total power than any other, the Phantom hungers. Move this predator to that area.
Love it.
If you have an equipped tech, exhaust, suffer an injury, not even asking about your fatigue stack, just a straight up injury.
If you have an equipped tech, because it's trying to get your tech.
All right, I don't know if there's more. I think there's more. Yeah. Humming Circus, machine feature, 0 presence, 2 power. Powered 1, so as long as it has 1 power token on it, it gains illumination. You can redirect the current to discard power up to your effort. From this feature, add it to other stuff.
Yep.
If you fail to suffer an injury. So you take the circuits and you can use them to add power to other stuff down in the strata. Maybe we should make some illumination tokens. Powered 1 on a sun, add 1 power to the machine with the least power. So how many circuits are good?
Yeah,
you want those around. And then overgrown vestiges, 1 presence.
Here's one of the illuminated things.
2 damage, 6 progress. Obstacle, if it's illuminated, it's no longer an obstacle. So you can go through it.
You can see it. Yeah.
And it gains the following. Discover, awareness, search your ranger deck for a gear, add it to your hand. Wow, sick. And if it's illuminated on the mountain, the way becomes clear, add 1 progress to it.
Oh, nice. This is the last of the archaeology runes.
Kinetic transfer pods.
Oh my.
It's a trail. Feature trail machine ruin.
No progress able to put on it.
Can't put progress. X presence. 0 power. 5 damage. Brave the ancient transportation system to move your ranger token or to it or remove it from this feature. X is equal to 3 minus the amount of power on this feature. So presence is 3 minus, usually
your power, and you power it up.
3. When you travel, if all ranger tokens are on this feature and there is more power than ranger tokens, you may travel to a location up to 2 paths away. So if you have 2 ranger tokens on that and there's 3 power tokens on that, you can travel to a location 2 paths away.
Yep. Use
the terrain of the second path when building the path. It's a kinetic transfer pod, John.
Yeah, and then do you see the challenge?
Dude, it's literally like you get in the thing and teleport to a different spot. If this ruin has more ranger tokens than power, the pod falls. Each ranger whose ranger token is here suffers 1 injury and discard it. Come on.
Pretty cool.
The fact that it's a trail, it's a teleporty trail.
And you can put some circuits on it. You get your circuits going. You can redirect those circuits from this feature to an equal amount of unique tokens to a machine or tech. This is a machine. So you get your circuits, you plug it into the pods, and then you zip your way through there.
This game is a miracle, man. It's a miracle. They made a mini game inside the game.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to show 1 reward card, Jonathan.
All right. Name it. Name it and claim it.
I'm doing it. Okay?
Okay.
It's the Forager one.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, I don't. Oh, that's right. I took this one off because I didn't want to accidentally spoil it. Stand by. Let me see.
Bright Fruit Tree.
Hold on here.
The reward for being a brilliant gardener.
Yeah, I made sure I didn't show this, but I can fix it. Give me 1 second.
We're going to show it. We're going to show it. And we didn't lose hardly anybody on the live chat. Y'all were lying. Who's out there covering their eyes?
There it is.
Who's doing it? You got to show off how awesome this stuff is.
All right, hold on. Hold on. It's not up yet. Okay, then.
We're watching it happen in real time.
Okay, and then this goes over here. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
So good.
Here it goes.
Can you just just read it, just appreciate it.
All right, so when you do that, all that planting, all the bright fruit seeds, you get yourself a bright fruit tree.
Look at it, it's illumination.
2 hearts, 1 reason. It has illumination.
Amazing. You plant a tree that glows.
Awareness plus reason. Harvest 2, the luminous fruit to add 2 damage to the flora. Soothe 1 fatigue and shuffle the top card of your fatigue stack into your ranger deck.
It's got 6 harm on it too, and you can green thumb that bad boy because it's flora.
Well, you green thumb out of the path deck, so you can't green thumb it. I don't think.
You can't attach it to an existing flora?
I don't think so. I'll check in a second. Response: after a ranger adds 1 or more damage to this flora, they gain energy of any type.
What's that card that allows you to add 1 damage to everything, all the flora? Everyone can add 1.
Nature's Abundance.
So in a pinch, you can have all of your friends add 1 to the bright tree, and they all soothe the fatigue, gain an energy, and then gain another energy from the bright tree itself. You get a new turn.
That's great. Let's see. Green thumb, search the path deck with this also attached.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Can't do
but
that.
But that's why you got a big 6 on this bright fruit tree.
Look at how incredible it is. How important is it going to be to have illumination just whenever you need it?
Mm-hmm.
And you can harvest it 3 times, if nothing else.
And that's a friendly flora, so it comes in within reach.
Yep. So even if you just do 3 of those awareness tests, each of those tests is going to add 2 to it. Soothe the fatigue, shuffle the top card of the fatigue into the ranger deck, and give you a power of any type.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that 3 times. You're going to soothe 3 fatigue, get 3 cards back into your deck, and get 3 energy.
I think that's pretty good fruit.
It's so awesome.
And the rest of them are pretty good.
So that is what you would expect from a reward card in the upcoming expansion. Stewards of the Valley for Earthborn Rangers, currently on GameFound, crushing over 700,000 because we all love the game. It has hit a place in the collective player psyche that was waiting to be hit, that nobody had the courage to go for, and then here we are with the Earthborn team bringing it to us in the most beautiful way possible, and I can't wait. In fact, I so can't wait that I'm now going to have to play a lot more Earthborn to get ready for when this expansion comes.
We're doing the math on that. We really got to get on it.
Got to get getting. Well, thanks y'all for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Andrew, and everybody over there at the team for allowing us to do this. All the designers, all the people here in the live chat. It's been an absolute pleasure to interact with you, have a good time with you, and to find other people who are as excited about Earthborn as we are. That is a truly a power of the live stream. It's so much fun. So we'll see you next time. Catch us on Monday. I don't know what we're doing on Monday yet.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
No, I don't know yet. Probably should figure that one out.
It's going to be the day before Earthborn ends, so maybe we'll talk about Earthborn again. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we'll do like a deck build with the new cards.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Thank y'all again. We will see you next time. Take care. And I think we're going to work on that I like to keep playing send-off.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we're back.
Good. I like it too.
So until next time, keep playing.